Hi guys, in today's video, I want to talk about what I eat in a day for a high protein salad. This recipe is actually one of those recipes that's like my go-to recipe if I am busy, if I'm tired, if I just want to bump up my protein for that day. So let's say I've been out and I've been eating a bunch of things that contain hardly any protein in them, and I just felt like I need a meal just to kind of bump up the protein. It's so high in protein that it actually passes the daily target recommendation for protein for somebody like me. As you may or may not know, the recommendation for their protein is 0.8 times their weight in kilos. So let's say you're about 50 kilos, you need 40 grams of protein per day. If you're on a high protein diet, then you'd probably want to time it by 1.4, 1.6 times your weight. So let's say if you're 50 kilos, that takes you to about 70 or 80 grams of protein for the day. If you're on a super high protein diet, you're building muscle, etc. I'm just giving you an example. So of course you would need to work out the numbers for yourselves. For me, I'm about 50 kilos. So the recommendation would be 40 grams of protein per day. This salad has 50 grams of protein and it's about 790 calories. So just to keep that in context, like in this one meal, I've had not only my 40 grams of protein, but I'm actually hitting the 50. This is a really good recipe for anybody, whether you are looking to meet your just normal standard protein target. If you are somebody who's on a high protein diet, looking to bump up their protein in one meal. If you're somebody who you're intermittent fasting or you didn't really get to have breakfast and you're having lunch and dinner and snack, you have more flexibility with the calories. This is a great recipe with a whole lot of protein. And most importantly, again, I talk about protein in this video because I feel like a lot of people have this, there's a lot of hype about protein and meeting the protein target, but in reality, for the majority of people, like you don't really hear anybody being protein deficient. If you're incorporating ingredients that are high in protein at every meal, you really should be fine without calculating numbers. But this is just going to talk you through that recipe to really give you a good idea of which ingredients are higher in protein that you can intentionally or organically start incorporating in your recipes. Most importantly, more than what's important in the protein is that you're eating, health promoting ingredients, predominantly whole foods, ingredients that are full of nutrients and fiber and just really, health promoting. But I do think that, it's important to be aware of protein consumption, especially on a plant-based diet, because I think that's one of the main things, the main questions people get these days if they are on a plant-based diet. What I love about this recipe is it's really super simple. It's easy. You don't need to know how to cook to prepare this recipe. It's really easy and fairly quick for people that are just like really don't have the time. Before we get started, I'm Miral and you are watching me on my channel, which is From the Ground. On my channel, you're gonna find a lot of healthy plant-based recipes and just a lot of random content about wellness, health and wellness, whether it's self-development, real talk, meditation, recordings, just healthy lifestyle kind of content, and so much more. So make sure to subscribe if that's the content you enjoy. Let's get started. For the salad, we're gonna start with spinach. You can use baby spinach or whole spinach. I usually use baby spinach, but that's what I had in the fridge, so I used just spinach. 4 cups of spinach gives you about 3.5 grams of protein. So about 1 cup is about 0.9 grams of protein. So if you prefer to use steamed spinach, you can absolutely do that. But remember, greens are so health promoting. So like honestly, whenever you can at every salad, definitely incorporate your greens. Then I've used half a cup of quinoa. That's another 4 grams of protein. What I love about quinoa is that it contains all 9 essential amino acids, which is great. Feel free to swap it out with one of your other preferred whole grain ingredients, or you can even swap it out with maybe like lentil pasta, which is quite high in protein as well. And now we're using half a cup of edamame. That's about 8.5 grams of protein. Now we're using a 1/4 cup of the corn. That's about just a gram or so of protein. And then you can also add a cup of cooked brown lentils. That's about 13 grams of protein. And finally, I'm adding half a cup of tofu. That's a nice 15 grams of protein. So here I've used extra firm tofu. I've pressed it and then I've cut it into cubes and I've sauteed it with some spices. So you can easily prepare the tofu while you're boiling the lentil, and while you're doing those two, you can just prepare the rest of the salad ingredients and the salad dressing, and by that time the rest of the tofu and the lentils should be ready, and you can just add it into the salad. Then I use half a cup of canned artichoke hearts. That's about 2 grams of protein. Onto the salad dressing. It's actually an oil-free salad dressing. We're first starting out with tahini, super high in calcium, health promoting, and that's a nice 5 grams of protein. And then I've added 1 pressed garlic and then sumac, the spice, super delicious. A teaspoon of date syrup or maple syrup. A little bit of sweetness in salad dressings, by the way, is like one of my secrets to making any salad taste good. And then obviously salt and pepper to taste. Finally, I'm adding the Greek yogurt, and I'm using 3 tablespoons of Greek yogurt soy-based, which is giving me about 2 grams of protein. Mixed it, and then I've added some water to thin it out. That's going to be up to you on how you like your dressing, but the tahini tends to kind of be a bit thick. So there you have it. That's a salad that's giving you about 50 grams of protein. It's also about 790 calories. Obviously, that you can absolutely adjust the ingredients based on your desired health goal, or if you want to reduce some of the calories and also cut down from some of the protein, then just reduce the ratio of the recipe. I really hope you like this recipe, and if you like it, then please make sure to subscribe. Keep the energy flowing by subscribing so you can help me reach more people, so I can continue to spit out content every single day for you. And if you want to upgrade yourself to your 2.0 version, then this space is for you. I've got so much content about living a healthier and happier life, from healthy plant-based recipes to self-development content, guided meditations, vlogs, and so much more. So I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.